During the 1990-1991 campaign of the prestigious Serie A, Italy's top-flight football division, one particular showdown stood out among the season's many high-profile fixtures, a compelling and historic encounter between SSC Napoli and AC Milan. This marquee matchup unfolded on 3 March, 1991, and was hosted at the legendary San Siro Stadium in Milan, a venue steeped in footballing tradition and home to some of the greatest battles in Italian football history. The stadium was packed to capacity, with tens of thousands of passionate supporters filling the stands to witness this intense clash between two of the most celebrated and dominant clubs in the country. As the match approached, anticipation and tension were palpable among fans and pundits alike, with both sides entering the contest under very different circumstances. Napoli, the defending Serie A champions, had begun the season with high hopes of repeating their triumph, but their campaign was beginning to unravel. Off-field distractions, most notably the growing uncertainty surrounding their Argentine talisman Diego Maradona, who was facing suspension amid rising disciplinary concerns, cast a long shadow over the team. This instability had begun to impact their consistency and focus on the field. In contrast, AC Milan were enjoying a period of cohesion and resurgence under the visionary management of Arrigo Sacchi, whose tactical innovations and emphasis on collective play had already revolutionized the Italian game. Milan were determined to reassert themselves as the top club in the league and came into the match with clarity, confidence, and a clear objective to dominate. From the very start of the match, Milan asserted themselves with composure and control, quickly taking the upper hand in terms of possession and rhythm. Their early pressure paid off in the 21st minute, albeit in unfortunate circumstances for the visiting side, when Napoli's seasoned defender Ciro Ferrara inadvertently steered the ball into his own net during an attempt to cut out a threatening play. This own goal granted Milan a somewhat lucky yet entirely deserved early lead, disrupting Napoli's game plan and placing them immediately on the back foot. The psychological impact of the goal was profound. Napoli began to look disorganized and tentative, while Milan grew increasingly confident and aggressive in their approach. The home side continued to dominate proceedings, with their fluid passing and intelligent movement causing constant problems for Napoli's backline. As the first half neared its conclusion, Milan's attacking pressure culminated in a second goal, this time a stunning strike from the powerful and technically gifted Ruud Gullit, who found the net with precision in the 41st minute. His goal not only doubled Milan's advantage but also sent the San Siro crowd into a frenzy, as fans erupted in celebration of their team's growing dominance. Napoli, trailing by 2 goals at the break, faced an uphill battle to claw their way back into the contest. When play resumed in the second half, any hopes of a Napoli revival were swiftly extinguished as Milan continued to dictate the pace and create scoring opportunities. Their relentless pursuit of goals bore fruit once more in the 57th minute, when Frank Rijkaard, another key figure in Milan's Dutch contingent, showcased his calmness under pressure and clinical finishing by adding a third goal for the hosts. With the score now 3-0, Napoli appeared to lose all semblance of structure, their midfield overrun and their defense repeatedly breached. Milan, sensing the opportunity to put the game beyond all doubt, maintained their attacking mindset, and just 10 minutes after Rijkaard's goal, they struck again. In the 67th minute, the elegant and ever-reliable Roberto Donadoni scored Milan's 4th of the evening, an exquisitely taken goal that epitomized the technical superiority and tactical efficiency of Sacchi's side. Now leading 4-0, Milan had all but sealed victory, while Napoli were left simply trying to avoid further embarrassment. Although Napoli did eventually manage to register a goal of their own, a well-taken effort by forward Giuseppe Incocciati in the 73rd minute, it was no more than a brief and largely inconsequential moment of relief for the visitors. The scoreline remained 4-1 until the final whistle, and the result left little room for interpretation. Milan had thoroughly outclassed Napoli in every department. The emphatic nature of this victory served as a major boost for Milan in their pursuit of the Serie A title, demonstrating their depth, discipline, and the effectiveness of Sacchi's footballing philosophy. On the other hand, for Napoli, the heavy loss was a clear indication of their struggles, both on the pitch and behind the scenes, and reflected a sharp decline from the heights they had reached just a season prior. This match was more than just a 3-point affair, it was symbolic of a larger transition taking place in Italian football. Milan's triumph not only strengthened their title credentials but also signaled a changing of the guard, as the balance of power was visibly shifting from Naples to the northern stronghold of Milan. The encounter remains a significant moment in the annals of Serie A history, remembered not just for the scoreline, but for the wider narrative it represented in a season defined by both glory and upheaval.